Annie, would you take the roll, please?
Joan,
Here?
Michael, Joanne,
Yep.
Wayne. Jean,
Jean is, excused.
Nathan. Stephanie,
Here.
Lucian. Yanni,
Here.
Karen is, not coming. Zoe. Lisa. Thor,
Here.
Paul. Yes. All right, that's everyone.
And we forgot to add Rebecca too, and she is on her honeymoon.
Oh.
So, actually what I'd like to do, if you don't mind veering off the agenda real briefly, is, I would like to send Rebecca a little congratulations on behalf of District Two.
What?
For her wedding.
Say it again.
She's on her honeymoon.
Oh, congrats.
Yes.
Hope it's
so,
someplace warm.
Chile? Yes. She's in Chile,
Okay,
so that's warm.
yeah.
So I would really like to have a motion to send Rebecca a little congratulations on
So
behalf of.
moved.
Second. Excellent, thank you, guys. Okay, not a lot on the agenda tonight. Sue, feel free to join in if you'd like. Otherwise, I talked to Joan. She says that you're just listening in tonight. So thank you for listening in. We have a really special year this year. The district council system is turning 50 years old. There's two official dates. So in July, the boundaries of each of the district councils were approved. And then in October of 75, that's when kind of all the Ts are crossed and Is are dotted. So I do have a meeting with the other district councils tomorrow. So hopefully they're on task and putting something together. I'm thinking we'll probably have like a citywide picnic in July. And then also work with media to kind of advertise the district council system, build awareness of who we are, what we do. But I'm also liking to put together some exciting things for District 2. Now I will put the caveat, it's not technically our 50th anniversary. We did not become formally incorporated till 81, but I know we were meeting before 81. So I have records. So I think we should just take it as it is. So
Join the bandwagon.
just join the bandwagon, and if
Go
we're
with
gonna be
it.
doing stuff already, let's join it. So I did put out there that we are gonna have a committee, 50th anniversary celebratory people. Would love to see more people on it, including community members. And so Annie is gonna be putting out in social media that our next meeting or our first meeting of the 50th anniversary committee will be next Wednesday, the 22nd at 6:30. And it will be via Zoom. So if it's below zero, which I'm hearing it's gonna be, we can stay in the warmth of our homes and do that.
And drink wine.
That'd be a really interesting
Or
meeting.
vodka.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, we're leaving off the rails already. So with that, we have very creative staff. And specifically Annie and Jessica has been working on a new logo for us to honor our 50th anniversary. So Jessica and Annie, I'm gonna leave it to you. Take on the logo. Or at least pass it out.
I'm gonna pass out the proposed new. So we're saying goodbye to the Sesame Street logo.
We are saying goodbye to the Sesame Street logo. Both of us.
The name-
On Sesame Street.
There is nothing wrong with Sesame.
That was great, love it.
So Annie, are you able to share? Okay.
Just so, because I'm sorry, wasn't paying attention, did we adopt the agenda and the minutes and the finances?
Well, we're gonna
already?
skip through that. We'll go back. We'll go back to the budget after the logo.
Breaking all the rules.
I'm just checking.
So as you remember, this is our current logo. This, as Steph fondly calls it, the Sesame Street logo. This was actually created by a committee back in 2019 and formally approved in 2020. And ladies, why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about your new logo?
Can you see it okay up there? It's up on the screen? Yep. Yep, I'm coming. Okay. There we go. Nothing.
Oh, go ahead. All right. Well, we decided to change up the color scheme. I don't know, make it a little,
Less Sesame Street.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, we just, why did we pick these colors?
This looks like the height.
It's, yeah,
That's kind of.
it looks like there's a lighthouse in there. What do you say? A lighthouse, is there a lighthouse? Is that a lighthouse or a water tower?
Yeah, one of the.
It's a water tower for our purposes.
So Canva did not give me unlimited options, so, Yes and I kind of brainstormed and.
Yeah.
So we wanted something that was, mature, professional, modern, and, it did kind of strike me as the height, so. still-
Mature.
Yeah, like,
Well,
yes,
I mean, do you watch Sesame Street every night? Well, it doesn't, they took it off PBS and now it shows on HBO and I don't pay for the premium channels, so.
and,
No.
so, and we were looking at what the other district councils were doing, so this is a little bit different than theirs, this is more circle, which is what a lot of people are doing in this year, and then I also wanted to include the GESCC because we're using that on more of our terminology and our language, to get people used to that. And then, we did some brainstorming as a team, so we wanted Greater East Side to be the most prominent and then easy to read. So I always want it to be very accessible to people who might not be able to read as well, and, very clear, especially with the ADA compliance. We generally don't want to use a lot of green and red because people can be green and colorblind, although the colors can be changed. So I had kind of a generic, town, which I thought represent the east side to some degree. I mean, granted, this is on Canva, so we don't have like 50 million options. And we did want to bring in the, incorporated in 1975 because this is our anniversary year. And then we also wanted to bring in the District 2 because, Lisa pointed out in our conversations, people still know us as.
Still know,
District 2.
yeah.
And we have to kind
Yeah.
of keep that in, but I wanted to bring in the GSCC to kind of bring it into the new year. And consider too, we use this on print, website, clothing. I mean, so it's gonna have to go in a variety of avenues. So we wanted something that was flexible, and, spoke to a lot of different kinds of populations. We do have a very diverse community. So it's, we thought it hit all of the highlights. Jess, did you want to add anything?
That sounds great.
Okay.
I like that there's blue on the bottom. It made me think of the water base. The water base that this is.
I see it as streetlights. Is there copper in those? Just wondering.
Yeah, so we have easy to read, modern, some color, we can change that up to, and just, representing what you think, this is your logo, what you think district should be moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's much improved.
Be really great to have a motion to approve it.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Like it. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Okay, so you will expect to see this and many other exciting things. We are gonna try and fix the lighthouse. I know we have limited things, but I did bring it up too, Steph, so you were.
I was gonna say, this is not a seaside community. I know about seaside communities.
Beaver Lake is really big.
Beaver Lake's water tower is huge.
Yeah, the water tower is huge.
But you
There
got
are water
tall
towers,
water
they just don't
tower
look
that
like that.
towers over the
I'm
buildings.
proposing that I crop that, if I can do that, I could crop the image and then make it slightly bigger, which is easier to read. Would that be an acceptable next step for the team? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is east side one or two words?
That's the other thing I forgot to tell you. It's east side because it's GESCC, so.
We can definitely make a space there as well.
Yeah.
Yep, it doesn't look good. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're gonna go back
Hmm.
and formally approve the agenda as, sorry, we've already moved on. No, I completely forgot. I'm all really new today. So is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion,
Emotion, second,
All approve,
aye.
all opposed. Let's quickly go through our financial report. You will see that there are numbers that, where it says how much we've used. That it does, for example, the Department of Energy, we had 37,500, that's what I originally budgeted for the year. And we only needed about 9,800 of that. So the rest of that will come to. Purple Line, grant we used almost completely. 3M, we have, excuse me, now I'm gonna choke like Paul here. Excuse me. We have money that we can use for this year. Family Housing Fund we used up. We have a little bit of co-ops money that I have requested. The city grant we used in entirety this year. And we will be getting that same amount for 25. There was a proposal to raise the district council amounts. It did not pass the city council. So I'm hoping that they will take a look at future, whether it be like a cost of living increase or something, because this is the same amount that we've received for 8 years.
The co-op one?
No, the
Star.
citizen
Star.
participation.
Oh, got
At
it, got
least
it, got
8
it.
years.
So it's been at least 8 years since we've had that same amount given to us. We can make it go, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more. Especially because, for those of you who've been here for a while, you know that there's certain things that the city, does not allow us to use it for. They've changed their rules again.
Okay.
So where in the past, we had a portion of it, usually half or 3/4 of it go to payroll. And then the rest automatically was, communications, postage, our rent or utilities, all of that. Now that second portion, if it's not direct cost, we can only use up to 15% of the grant for indirect cost. So what that means is I just need to be doing a little bit more math every month to make sure that we're not crossing that 15% threshold and that we're utilizing other grants to cover some of those indirect costs that we automatically had done by the city. That's a federal regulation that was changed. So we're just trying to keep everything on task with the feds. So
just so we have an idea, what indirect costs would be like?
indirect costs would be rent, utilities, copier lease. Let's see, what else? Going blank. Paper that wasn't necessarily 100% going towards a District 2 project for the city. So when we do a paper order, we're gonna have to calculate how much of that is going towards citizen participation dollars and how much is going for printing out agendas, printing out different things. So like I say, the only real difference that happens is a little bit more math than on my part. It's not gonna impact you or our work at all. And we're very lucky that we have multiple, as you can see, grant sources. Now,
Was there added a percentage that you use for payroll because of this award? No?
no, so, that's part of the direct cost. So basically what it's just going to be is me calculating each month how much of those indirect costs we're accumulating and making sure that we don't go over it and charge those dollars to the city because we won't get reimbursed for that. We'll have to be using our other grants to make sure that that covers. So basically what I'm redoing, and I apologize, I had hoped that the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency grant would let us know exactly what the dollar amount we're getting. Still not there yet. So once I get that, I will submit a new budget to you all, and then you'll be able to see kind of how what I've done with the direct and indirect costs too. I was hoping that they would have that done by the end of December, and they did not. So we have, there's several grants that we have that we're using for this year. We will be getting another 127,520 from citizen participation. We actually have 90,000 to use for the Department of Energy grant. 3M, those extra dollars are gonna be used, some for payroll, but other for, the 50th anniversary celebration dollars. We have the MPCA grant, which I think will be 50,000, but I don't know yet. We've got, 20,000 from Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity that we got last year that we'll use for this year. And then we have a grant from the, Human Resources and Equitable Economic Development, I believe, or organization of the city to do surveying of renters. We received 10,000 of that last year, and we'll receive another 10 this year. So that's a total of 20. So financially, we're really in a good place. I just need to figure out where everything falls. So I know it's a really disjointed financial report, but I'm hoping by February's meeting, we'll have a little bit more information so that I can do some actual real numbers. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you, STARS grant,
Yeah.
for businesses, that we have the 10.5, is that, we
So-
can carry that over?
So we have actually, right now we have 44,000. She has 4450 on here as Star Grant. Or actually it's 49,000, I take it back. 4450 would be our, closing fee.
Sure.
And right now of that 49,000, most of it is spoken for 2 different grants. We just haven't received their actual ask yet. So, and one of them is a little oven. The other is Hazel Park United Church of Christ is doing new windows. So those are the 2 that we're kind of waiting.
Okay.
Is the little oven in our? Does it,
So our Star Grant is not necessarily bound by our boundaries. It's White Bear Avenue and 2 blocks to either side.
I guess, and they also own that parking lot.
Parking
And
lot, right?
Oh, yeah, the one on the northeast corner, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it'd be great to have a motion.
Motion to approve the budget.
Second,
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, again, I apologize that this is still kind of half real, but wow. Dealing with other people's deadlines, we're just put it that way. All right, any updates or neighborhood questions?
Do we have any open board seats?
We do, actually, we have one that's coming up pretty soon.
Or,
I'm stepping down. We
Okay.
we're purchasing a house,
No.
it's not in the district.
North,
Miss
south,
you.
east, west up here.
East,
Excellent, good for you. We're gonna miss you guys, but you're always welcome to come.
Okay.
So, we do have a board seat available, at large, and then we do have, a board seat available in Quad 2. All right. With that, going once, going twice.
We saw Wicked, and how many times have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet because there's a reason. I have not seen Wicked because I'm waiting for the second half to come and then binge it all at once.
approve the minutes from last,
We can? What? You want a motion?
motion to approve minutes from November 20th.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. All opposed? All right. Well, with that, is there a golden motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Mad rush.
Sufficient.
Next month, we are going to have a presenter from the water department talk about the lead pipe update. So those of you who have received postcards from the water department recently, you may know even more than the guy who goes, but, we'll be hearing about what the status of that project is, because I know that has impacted a lot of the homes on the east side, so. They will be coming next month.
Our previous, development group, the each got that, are like. Our house, it's like, I mean, it's.
Oh, was it? Very cool.
Yeah.
So usual suspect, if you guys